Welcome to this week's episode of the Pirate Archaeologist. I am your host, the Pirate Archaeologist himself, Christopher Dean Blosser. What riddle will we discuss this week? You might be wondering. That is quite a question. This week we will be looking at what causes the eventual collapse of early complex societies. Now you might be thinking to yourself, but Christopher, you told us earlier on that societies are only able to survive if they are economically viable. Isn't that what causes the eventual collapse of these societies? This is true when a society becomes so large that it is no longer economically feasible to support, typically caused by having too large a population without the necessary food production for support. Then a society will eventually collapse or will inevitably collapse. Now, this can happen one of two ways. Either the amount of goods becomes so scarce that the prices for those goods are increased, and the citizens of the civilization just leave for another civilization that may be able to support them, or there is a revolt among the populace. They destroy the city and leave for other areas anyway. Otherwise, the civilization dies without population support. However, after watching the first 3 episodes of Dr. Alan Maka's series on the National Geographic Channel called Ancient China from Above, I realized there might be more to the collapse of ancient civilizations than just economic viability. However, they still involve the loss of the population. We know that there could be an economic revolution that causes the eventual collapse of society. But what if you created a multicultural society ruled by leaders of multiple tribes, each tribe having its own beliefs, or even shared beliefs? Sometimes you could live in harmony as long as it was mutually beneficial. This is the case of the ancient Chinese site of Shangzhui, where 2 clans ruled. We know it was ruled by 2 different clans based on the artifacts that have been collected, mainly figurines of individuals with 2 distinct hairstyles, one with braids and one who put their hair up high on their head. There has been evidence found to suggest that there was a civil war amongst the tribes and that the victors were the individuals with the braided hair. This is confirmed by another site in China at Jinshu, which emerged as the capital of the society after the demise of Shangzhui. And based on archaeological evidence, this site was founded by the individuals who braided their hair. There is no evidence to suggest that anyone who put their hair up survived the destruction of Shangzhui. Now let's talk about other factors that could cause the decline and ultimate demise of a society. Again, we're looking at ancient China. Natural disasters have been the cause of many societal collapses across history. A massive earthquake led to the formation of a Quake Lake 25 miles west of the city of Lajia in China, a civilization on the banks of the Yellow River. Eventually, after the earthquake collapsed a mountain range and created a natural dam, which created the Quake Lake, the Quake Lake burst through this natural dam, spewing 90% of its water over a 12-hour period, flooding the region and burying the city of Lajia under mud and silt, killing everyone there, destroying every home. Nothing survived. That city is now today known as China's Pompeii. The last thing we will talk about is the largest city of ancient China that has ever been found. This city is almost as old as the empire that I will feature in my research paper. But this city lasted 300 years longer. Introducing the rammed earth walled step pyramid city of Shamao. Shamao was built high up on the Los Plateau and founded circa 2300 BC, approximately 34 years after the rise of the Akkadian Empire in what is now Iraq. But while Shamao was a vibrant society, it still ended 500 years after it began. Why? The cause is the same as everything else: lack of population support. For 500 years or so, Shamao was a glorious agricultural community, spanning 100 acres of land. Then something humans have been dealing with since the dawn of time, and something that is affecting us right now as we speak, happened. The climate changed. The monsoons changed course, and the Los Plateau got colder and dried out, turning into a semi-desert environment. Unable to support the growing of crops, the people left. They didn't become nomadic. They didn't pick up the society and move to a location where they might be able to flourish. They just simply vanished. Or so we think. I have a theory. There is too much of a similarity between relief carvings found at the ruins of Shamao and relief carvings found some 9,650 miles away and dated almost 2,300 years after the fall of Shamao in the Mayan city of Copan in Honduras. I want to believe that the civilization of Shamao became nomadic and made their way somehow to Honduras, but that may be a little far-fetched. I would like to know your guys' opinions. I hope you have enjoyed this long episode of the Pirate Archaeologist. Again, I am your host, the Pirate Archaeologist himself, Christopher Dean Blosser. Oh, by the way, for those who are interested, I posted the link to the Vada Volaterana Field School in the student lounge. If you are interested in going, there are things you have to accomplish soon. Primarily getting your passport up to date and or getting a valid passport. This process can take 6 to 12 weeks. My updated passport took only about 4 to 5 weeks to get, but I did mine in October of last year. Hope to hear from everyone soon, and thanks for watching and supporting.